100 of the greatest science fiction movies of all time, as laid down by yours truly, me, your boy, the host of most of the things here on the Paprika Network. Man, this is my list of what I think personally the best 100 science fiction movies are out there. I ranked them from 100 to 1, and we're releasing one of these a day, every single day for the first 100 days of the year, man. So hopefully you started with me at 100 and you've been just kind of taking it day by day, which is the best way to experience life. Or if you dropped in somewhere in the middle, man, hopefully you go back and catch up on the old ones. And you just keep on rolling with us. I've received all sorts of interesting feedback so far. Everything from calling my list complete trash to some older people being a little bit upset that some of their childhood favorites are so low on the list. I don't know what to tell you, man. Movies, if this is anything, is a testament that in my belief movies have gotten better as time has gone on. That's kind of the way that I could view this list. Yesterday, we talked about number 76 on the list, Contact. One of those meaty, weighty, thoughtful sci-fi joints, man. Questioning your faith in science. Questioning your faith in faith. Questioning your faith in people. Check that out, man. You got spare 2.5 hours. Today, man, we're on the opposite end of the spectrum with a fairly short movie. We're talking about number 75 on the list. Our first animated movie, memory serves. I think it's the first animated movie to come across our path. Not the last one. Paprika. Another one. 2006 movie, another one that I researched specifically for this movie, for this listing, I should say. And man, oh boy, let's get into it, man. This is your brain on anime. When a machine that allows therapists to enter their patients' dreams is stolen, all hell breaks loose. Only a young female therapist can stop it. Paprika. Yep, and that pretty much sums it all up. It's man's responsibility to control science and technology. Man, that is said verbatim in the movie, and I think that's the number one message you can take from this movie. And strangely, it comes not from one of the heroes of the story, but from the villain of the story. Listen, this movie's fucking weird. Man, every time I watch this joint, it's always somewhere around the 60-minute mark where I start to realize I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Even when I'm laser focused and completely dialed into the story, it's around about that 60 minutes. I'm just like, nope, no idea. And after that, man, I'm just along for the ride. There's so many moving parts to this. Literally and figuratively in this story. There's the overall story of someone stealing the DC Mini, which is what they call the machinery that breaks into the dreams. The stealing of the DC Mini and breaking into people's dreams is like the overarching joint. And then there's the side plot of Toshimi Konakawa that's trying to solve the homicide, as the police officer is trying to solve the homicide, and that's got its own levels happening. And then there's whatever was going on between Chiba, our main character, and Takeda. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in this movie. And you can't talk about this movie without comparing it to a movie we'll see later on down the road, which is, of course, Inception. There's 1,000,000%. There's a clear inspiration that Nolan gleaned from Paprika for Inception. The whole concept of shared dreams, of using technology made to facilitate the shared dreams for nefarious purposes. A scene or two that Nolan straight ripped. If you recall in Inception, Ariadne makes and then shatters that mirror. Yep, that scene's right there in Paprika. The using the elevators as different levels of the subconscious. Let's just say that Nolan was very liberal with his homages to this movie. The main thing that I don't like about Paprika is the amount of fat shaming that's in this movie. One of the characters, Takeda, is morbidly obese, and there's just too much made about that I get increasingly unhappy about with each rewatch of it. That it just gets worse and worse every time I come back to it. And I've seen this like 4 or 5 times since I initially watched it last year for this list. And I'm just like, I watched it earlier today. If you recall, I posted in the group at this point, maybe a week or so ago, that I was watching a movie that was just bug fuck crazy on acid. Paprika is what I was watching, and that's the experience that it is. The animation is bonkers all the way throughout this. The director, Satoshi Kon, just goes off the rails with everything. So if it sounds like that's like your alley, if you haven't watched Paprika before, as always with all foreign language movies, watch it with subtitles, man. Watch it in the original language that it was created so you don't miss out on the nuances of performances and the line deliveries. It is a great movie, but man, be prepared to be like, the fuck is going on in this movie? A solid 4 or 5 times you'll say that to yourself. And that's it. That's it for today's joint, man. We'll see you in 24 hours with another bit of business. Until then, you all take it easy. Have a good one.